When it comes to choosing a tree for a small garden, I think it's fair to say that eucalyptus would probably not be at the top of most people's list. But one exhibitor has brought her collection of this Antipodean species into the Great Pavilion to celebrate it for the first time.
Eucalyptus is the most planted tree on the planet. There's actually over 800 species, mainly come out of the Antipodes. There isn't a day goes by when you don't handle something that's been made using eucalyptus. Kitchen roll, newspaper print, cosmetics, cleaning fluids. It's such a versatile plant, and that's one of the reasons that I like it so much. We're a family-run business. There's the three of us. There's Steve, my husband. We've been working together for over 30 years. Charlie, our daughter, has just joined us. We all have pretty strong views about how things should be, but it's good fun. When we came to Grafton 10 years ago, we had to decide what we were going to grow. And I needed to find a crop that nobody else was really growing, and came across the idea of growing eucalyptus trees, just a few to start with, and it's just mushroomed as I discovered more and more species that we could grow. They are a bit like children. I do talk to them. If I'm pruning them, I do apologise to them. And we now name our 100-litre trees. They don't have code numbers, they have names. So we've got Charlene, and Nolene, and Darlene, and Dame Edna, because she's one of our show trees, so she's a star. The Eucalyptus gunnii is the most popular eucalyptus in the UK, and it's given its entire family a bad name because it wants to grow to 60-80 feet and it's a complete thug. So what we're trying to do is to introduce people to the dwarf species. They're all smaller eucalyptus that can be grown in a small UK garden. These are my favourite dwarfs. We start off with Eucalyptus archeri. The beauty of this is it's very bushy and will prune to form shrub on a stick. So you have a clean trunk and then you develop a head on the top. And that can be anywhere between 3 to 4 metres all the way up to quite happily 6 to 7 metres. And we've got Eucalyptus gregsoniana, beautiful white mottled bark, fantastic flowers. Many people think that eucalyptus trees don't flower, but they all flower, and in this country they have white flowers. And then we've got the little baby blue, stunning blue foliage, much sought after by floral artists and florists. Very easy to grow. Once it's got to a good size, you hard prune it in March and then grow the stems out during the summer. People often ask me, can they grow eucalyptus in patio pots? And the answer is emphatically yes, but you must choose the right species, otherwise you're going to spend your life there with a hose pipe watering it. What I'd like to show you is potting on this buffalo. If you grow it in an air pot container, you're going to keep stimulating the root system, keeps producing lots of nice new fresh roots, and that then in turn produces lots of nice fresh growth up top. Now I know this has got holes in the bottom, and some of the compost will drop through, but not a lot. And the idea is to wind up with the top of the root ball more or less level with the top of the pot. If you plant this tree in the ground and let it achieve its full potential, it's going to reach 5 to 6 metres. By keeping it in your patio pot, you're going to restrict its root growth, and you'll also be able to trim it because it's got a happy root system. It's producing lots of nice new growth. So there we have multi-stem Pauciflora buffalo in a 20-litre pot. As far as we know, this is the first time that a stand entirely dedicated to eucalyptus trees has been built at Chelsea Flower Show, and we're feeling excited about it and quite nervous, and we feel a huge sense of responsibility to get the message across that you can have a small eucalyptus tree in your garden. We won't get a gold medal. It's our first Chelsea. We don't have pretty flowers, and I'm just aiming that we don't get a brown envelope.
Hilary, you said you were dreading the brown envelope. What did you mean by that?
Oh, it's just a joke within the family, but the brown envelope, I believe, is what you used to get if an RHS show did not want you to return. It's like, please don't come back.
Well, you got a silver gilt medal.
We did.
Which is, I think, stunningly good.
Thank you.
For a first-time exhibitor. And my guess is they'll want you back.
Well, it would be nice if they did.
Would you come the day after?
Ask me in August.
Okay.
I'm sure we will.
I mean, I am fascinated by showing eucalypti like this, because it's an eye-opener to me to realise that they are a viable garden plant rather than a thug.
Yeah, it's about choosing the right species and not just buying gunny eye and letting it grow to 80 feet. You've got to choose the right species for your garden and choose one with nice table manners.
And I also am interested in this process of reclaiming it, because anyone who's travelled around the continent has seen miles of eucalyptus grown commercially.
Yeah, well, it's the most useful, most planted tree on the planet. But we shouldn't confuse that with nice small garden varieties. They just happen to be relatives.
It's almost been hijacked, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like for commercial purposes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So choose the right varieties, small, and prune.
Absolutely, yes. They need pruning in March, not to prune them through the winter.
And how cold will they take? Because not all are hardy.
The answer to every eucalyptus question is it all depends.
Yes.
So hardiness, as you know, is a sliding scale.
Yeah.
So the blue coxylon rosea behind you will take a little bit of frost down to -5, but we've got snow gums that will go down to -16, -18 when they're mature. And then there's everything in between.
So there is a eucalyptus for anyone in this country.
Sure.
They're beautiful, they belong in gardens, and they belong here at Chelsea.
Absolutely.
So congratulations.
Thank you very much.